we're going to focus on foundation. So if the foundation isn't laid strong, if you don't take attention to detail, if you don't do the little things and you cut corners, it's not going to show right then. It's going to show later on in life. Cracks happen later on. You don't see the cracks in the building. It goes always back to where? Foundation, right? So this is a very important time, what we would call like a foundation type time for you guys, all right? Many of you heard of the Taj Mahal. You guys know Taj Mahal? Where's it located? India. A lot of people don't know Taj Mahal was built around 400 years ago, and it's the exact same as it was back then when it was built. It hasn't changed. A lot of that is because of the foundation. Now, to build that foundation, they use one of the densest, one of the toughest marbles they can find in the world. It's a white marble, and most whole building's made out of this. It's known as one of the most beautiful buildings. The thing is for them to dig that up, it was 200 miles away. Okay, 400 years ago, 1600s, how did they get that marble? There's no planes, there's no trains, right, no cars, nothing like that. How did they get it 200 miles away to the site to build?
Horses? Horse wagon.
Horses, okay. Elephants. They use elephants, it's India too, kind of exotic. They use elephants to drag it 200 miles. How long do you think that took? To build the foundation alone took 21 years, just to build the foundation, okay? Now here's the thing. They probably could have made that foundation in 3, 4, 5 years, right? They could have cut corners. They could have found something else instead of something as sturdy as that. But they took the time, attention to detail to build that, right? And that is what set the structure. That's how you got to look at yourself. We could use basketball. Honestly, I really don't care about the game. I'm talking about you as a man, and later on as a husband, as a father, as a leader, whatever the Lord calls you to do. As you get older, cracks happen later on. You don't see the cracks in the building. It goes always back to where? Foundation, right? So if the foundation isn't laid strong, if you don't take attention to detail, if you don't do the little things and you cut corners, it's not going to show right then. It's going to show later on in life. But as I get older and I start seeing some of my friends, I could see the ones that would cut corner or some of the things that they were doing, maybe leading them down the wrong path. I can see the results now. I can see the cracks in it now, okay? And they're paying for it now. But the main verse that I think of is from Matthew, where it talks about building your house or your life on the sand of the rock. Some of you have heard of this. A person that builds their house, Jesus said, a person who builds a house on the sand, and then the storms come, and the wind comes. What happens over time? Falls apart. A person that builds their house on a strong foundation, they say a rock, and it's referring to the Lord. When the winds come or the storms come, referring to like life. Because whether you know it, it's going to come. Tragedy, adversity, tough things, it's going to come. And the only thing that's going to hold you up over time from the cracks coming and everything falling apart is the foundation that you lay right now. You understand? So it's important. If you're talking about basketball, that's what you're doing right now. Pay attention to detail. Right? You can't skip things and think that I'm going to arrive suddenly when the game is on. Everything that happens in the game is a result of your practice. If you're not putting in the work, it's going to show. Like you're not going to suddenly turn into a great player when the lights are on. It's going to take time. And the same thing with your character as a person. Right? When you get to a tough decision or a tough moment in your life, if that foundation hasn't been laid, you're going to fold like a napkin. Because you're not going to have the character or the fortitude, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, to handle whatever's coming in life. You guys got it?